Hi, I'm Sharon from Site Fibers. I have a friend over at Knitistry Knerds who inspired me with her elemental wipe down. Look at how cute this is. So they made this template so that you can fill out your 10 projects, works in progress. I don't know if they call it wipe down, but that's what I'm calling it. And you can fill in the project, how much you've got done, you know, your notes and everything, and so cute. So I'm gonna go through my 10 projects that made the list and show you where they stand. And if you want to download this, I'll put the link in the show notes. All right, so element number 1 is hydrogen. My first project is my husband's Christmas socks. Every year I make him a pair of Christmas socks, and they're not Christmas socks, they're his Christmas present. This year I'm doing a pattern with these little X's and O's, and he really loves cables. He also is a knitter. He loves cables, so I figured I'd try it out. I don't usually do cables and socks. So anyway, that's been kind of fun. So those are coming right along. So this is the first one. All right, number 2 for helium is my Musselburgh. Now, I know everybody's done one already. This is my first one. And I'm really enjoying it. I only really pick it up when I'm in a meeting or doing like an online thing or whatever, because, you know, it's kind of mindless knitting. But it's really fun. This is yarn from Maryland of days gone by. Maybe 10 years ago I bought it at the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival. I'm really loving it though, and it's a lot of fun. I put myself down for 50%. I don't know, maybe I'm a little more. We'll see. Lithium, number 3, is the simple poncho. Oh, here it is. This is my number 3, and look at the cute bag that this is in. Such true statement right there. This is called the Simple Poncho with Lace Edge, and it's a 2-panel project. So I got the first panel done. So this one's over 50%. And I haven't really worked on it much. So there's the first panel. Here's the second panel. I worked on it a lot over the summer during the Tour de Fleece, because one of my Tour de Fleece challenges for myself this year was to knit something with my own yarn. And this yarn I spun in my Tour de Fleece the previous year from some local fibers from some farmers that I know who have, it's half mohair and half herdwick. So it's been really fun to knit with some yarn that I spun from local fibers. Let's see, what's next? Beryllium design. Oh, this is my beryllium project number 4. That's on my loom back here. This is a rigid heddle project that I'm working on that I did as a workshop in the spring. And so this project, I taught the workshop and I taught my weavers how to do the pickup. And I haven't yet finished my own version of the project that we did together. I'm really having fun with it. It'd be nice to get it done so somebody could get those for Christmas maybe. And I need to empty my loom so I can make something else on there. The next one is, okay, don't laugh. It's not exactly 0. Okay, so this is gonna be a table runner for my friend Janet, who, she just got married last month. And I have to say, Janet told me what she wanted 2 years ago. So I had plenty of lead up time for this, and it's still not done. But I measured the warp, and oh, there it is. My warp is all chained and ready to go. So it's gonna be, I'll show you a picture of what it's gonna look like. It's gonna be this. This is very popular right now with weavers, this circle motif. This is not my original design. I downloaded this from, I bought this pattern. And she really loves this turquoise color. So I incorporated a lot of fun colors for her. And once I get this on the loom, it should go pretty fast. Okay, my next one is the bumpy 2-ply. Oh, that's on my spinning wheel back here. Oh, come here, Ladybug. Okay, so this one's on my Ladybug. Again, this was a fleece. This was not actually Tour de Fleece. This was after. So a friend of mine and I got kind of excited about making bumpy yarn this summer. And so this is some roving I bought, oh hi Leo, at the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival 7 years ago maybe. Anyway, so this ply is bumpy, and then I'm gonna make a second ply out of the same package of roving. So I got this beautiful merino roving that had some dark blue that faded into yellow. And so the yellow half is going to be a thin ply. So then I'm going to ply them together and sort of get this bumpy and thin effect. So that's fun. That's around 50% because I'm very close to finishing the first round. Well, I don't know. Plying is, yeah, maybe less than 50%. Then I have my piece hat. So nitrogen, element number 7. Now this project is a really fun project. My Fiber Guild, Yankee Fiber friends, our November challenge is to make a hat that goes with a book that we can then donate to the local library, which they will give to local kids in our community. And so I wanted to do something that targeted more like a middle school age, because a lot of the women are doing like, you know, little kid stuff, like younger readers. So this is a really fun read. This book is called The Hat Makers, and it's by Tamsin Merchant. And this book is a really fun read, and the hat makers make magic hats. And so one of the hats in the book is called the Peace Hat. So I'm trying to emulate the Peace Hat with my project here. So I went at the Boston Yarn Crawl, I went into this yarn shop, and they had a big area of sale yarns. So in the sale bin, I started like kind of just going through to see what I could find. I found this nice yarn from Barocco that has, it's got different segments of like ribbon and silky stuff, and then like this tan sort of like crepe thing. So it gives the hat sort of a shininess. I think it's going to give it like a shiny, kind of sparkly effect. And then I'm going to run it together with this tan washable wool. So this one I haven't gotten very far, except I did my swatch. So I'm about ready to start, but it made the list because I need to have it done by the second Saturday of November. So that's coming right up. Okay, next up is the Crookbrog samples. Well, this is all I have for that, which is kind of like an absolute zero situation because mostly it's just up here. The Crookbrog is a workshop I'm teaching in December, and we're going to be making small pieces that you could use as like holiday decorations or coasters, and with cute designs on them. And I need to make samples for my workshop. So that made the list. The next one is a scarf, and this one is also in yarn only status. So Madison is a friend of mine who actually helped me get started on my YouTube channel, and I want to make her a scarf. So I have this cute, really fun yarn that has very long color repeats, and she really likes gray and sort of gray and black colors, I think. So this will be the warp, and it'll give us this really beautiful long like striping effect in the warp. And then I'm going to use this sort of flecked black. It's kind of like a charcoal gray black with little flecks in it. And I think that's going to make a really fun scarf. This I'm going to hold double, and I'm going to do it on a pretty big set. So it's going to be like 7.5 or 8 ends per inch. So it's going to fly off the loom essentially once I get it on there. And I'm pretty excited about it. This will be a lot of fun for Christmas present for her. And then last but not least is number 10, Neon. Where are you? Oh, no? Oh, yeah, this one. So at the Greater Boston Yarn Crawl, which here's the bag from that, I went to 2 different yarn stores, and one of the stores I got, the same place where I got the Peace Hat yarn, I picked up this ball of this beautiful gray yarn, and I really didn't know what I was going to do with it. It's pretty thin. It's made out of merino and silk, so it's a merino and silk blend. It's very soft. It's got a nice shine to it, and it just spoke to me. So I picked it up at the yarn crawl. Everybody was having big sales. And then at the other store I went to, they had grab bags. So you could get a grab bag for $5. You didn't know what was in it. So I'm like, heck yeah, I want a grab bag. And wouldn't you know, the most perfect yarn to go with the beautiful silky gray. So this is it's called Chapelle, and it has these long gradients similar to the warp I'm going to use for Madison's scarf. And if you look inside, I don't know if you can see this, but there's actually some like light gray and even white in there. So I think it's going to be really cool because this will be my warp. I might even make it double. And then for my weft, I'm going to get this nice long, you know, gradual transition from all these different beautiful colors. So I'm pretty excited about that too. And there you go. So there's my 10 projects that made the list. So these are the projects I'm going to be working on between now and January 1st. I got a lot of work to do. And that's only the 10 projects that made the list. There's others out there that, yeah, we'll get to those later. All right, so thank you, Knitistry Nerds, for your inspiration. I'm so excited to get started on this list.